He's bringing the meeting to order there, Jay.
All right, everyone ready?
Tommy?
We're waiting on Tommy.
Waiting on Tommy. He's
Okay,
always
still waiting on Tommy.
Oh, there's Mindy. That's
There's
a good
Mindy.
sign, Tom.
Where's Tommy, Mindy? There he
There
is.
it is. All right. All right, I think it's time to get this show on the road. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time of day it is. Hello. My name is Molly Watson. I'm the midday host on Q102. I'll be hosting the ceremony today. Yes, thank you. And I'm a Northern Kentucky native. I've been to Rbbit Hash a million times, so I was very honored when I was asked to be a part of this. And we have a lot of exciting stuff happening today. Boone is very honored to be taking on this new role. First, I want to introduce Callie Clare. She is the historical president. Her father basically built Rbbit Hash. You can just look around and see how much people care for this Northern Kentucky gem of an unincorporated city. From the historic general store to the beautiful surrounding woods, and of course, yes, the beloved, perfect timing, great timing, the beloved Canine Mayors. This dates back to 1998 when the first elected mayor in Rbbit Hash history was an adopted dog named Goofy. After Goofy, it was Junior, Lucy Lou, Brenneth, Wilbur Beast, we'll get to him in just a few minutes, and now the beautiful blue tick Boone Hound, Boone. So, yes. So, Callie Clare would now like to say a few words. Come on over, Callie.
All right. So I'm just here to provide some context. So 16 years ago, we elected the first dog mayor of Rbbit Hash. What began as a one-time celebration of Boone County's bicentennial took hold in town, and as ticks burrow and fur, grabbed hold and latched on, becoming an integral part of our town's character, charm, and identity. Today, we, the citizens and lovers of Rbbit Hash, honor this tradition with the inauguration of our 6th dog mare, Boone, named for the very county for which this tradition began. But before we honor Boone, I would like to pay homage to those great mayors who came before. First was Mayor Goofy, who made history as the first dog mayor. Though famous for his deeds and misdeeds in life, he is perhaps most famously remembered as the first public official to be euthanized. He is the giant on whose withers all mayors have stood, and we are eternally grateful. Next was Junior. With press tours and PR, Junior helped to take our election to the national scale. He changed what it meant to be mayor, elevating it beyond simply shaking paws and licking babies. Third was Lucy Lou. With a drive only a real bitch has, Lucy helped to refocus the mission of historic preservation in Rbbit Hash. She spoke softly, she carried big sticks, and instituted the now followed 4-year term limit, something that helped tremendously as, at the end of her tenure, the town was rebuilding after our darkest hour, when the general store burned down. Following in Lucy's footsteps came Bryn, a real pit bull with an agenda, and most recently Wilbur, a little guy with a big heart, whose charm and looks have made him a viral sensation and online celebrity. Though with big footprints to fill, Boone has already proven his dedication and appreciation for the town, our traditions, and our preservation. For example, though it is a vital part of Rbbit Hash's past and present, the Ohio River is a constant threat to our town's future. By flood or erosion, it continuously eats at our banks and endangers the land and buildings of our town. With his knowledge of the river and seeing the need,
You're doing great, Callie.
Boone and his team organized the labor and resources to stabilize our bank, a project so overwhelming that those of us tasked with the job didn't know where to begin. As you've noticed, Boone is quite outspoken about what he sees needing improvement, and rather than simply barking about it, he takes action. As president of the Rbbit Hash Historical Society, the entity which owns the town and is tasked with the continued preservation of it, I am honored to welcome Boone to the distinguished position of Mayor of Rbbit Hash. I would like to not only thank Boone, but also Dave and Natasha for all that they have done for this town and the money that they and Boone's opponents, some of whom are here, helped raise through your generous voting. As you know, becoming mayor of Rbbit Hash comes at a price. Those funds raised through the votes will help sustain this beloved but old and wooden town for 4 more years. Though George Washington claimed that his great experiment promoted human happiness, I believe that ours, however, might have it beat, because who wouldn't want to live in a place that has gone to the dogs? Well said. Could not agree more. Well said, Callie. And yes, Boone's siblings are here to support today as well. They're somewhere in the crowd. And also, again, his wonderful parents, Dave and Natasha, who are very excited for this day. So up next, we're going to hear from Tommy Felthouse, a big contributor to the community. Here on behalf of Wilbur, he was chosen to speak today because he is the closest thing we have to a talking dog. Not my words, not my words. Sorry. I was given a script, not my words. Welcome, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm going to have to excuse me, because I'm usually not used to talking in public unless I'm really drunk, and early in the day I've not had enough bourbon yet. But I'll do the best I can. God damn, Wilbur Wright's good for a dog. Good afternoon, fellow citizens, two-legged and four-legged alike. Nobody mentioned you. Well, kind of, sort of. Apologies, I am not here to celebrate my pal Boone, as my parents scheduled a trip to Colorado, and I'm probably behind bars somewhere. And Wilbur does have this problem. He just can't behave. And of some sort with limited treats and water while they go see the beautiful mountains. They just don't treat him right. I've always said that. 4 years ago, you entrusted me to be a humble little dog with the highest honor this town can bestow. Mayor, yes. You took a leap of faith on a candidate who literally ran on the platform of he's all ears. And if anybody knew Wilbur when he was a pup, he was all ears. There's a lot more to him now than ears. Our entire platform was ran on social media with little in-person contact because it was COVID times and things were uncertain. The entire goal was to bring smiles and faces during a difficult time where social media was flooded with bad news and from many different health and political angles. We managed to surpass that goal and help countless families with vet needs, raise money for floods, adopt a family for Christmas each year, assist humans and animals across the great country. Those are the kind of goals politicians should have, thinking that most towns don't have. Our town is unique, quirky, different, and best of all, it's diverse. I faced challenges, too, problems. I couldn't simply be a whole to bury. These are the humans and animals in this town, in this country, all over the world, that are in dire straits. And for some reason or another, it weighs heavy on my heart that we can't have and save all the animals or humans, but at least we can all try. We are a pack, a fierce pack. Through tradition, values cannot fail. Now as my term comes to an end, I relinquish my power quite happily to my beloved friend Boone, the newly elected mayor. I know that he will remain steadfast in my commitment and his own sniff of the best solutions for everyone, because that's just what dogs do. I hope he continues to pass and enforce laws like no more treats in half, so bad, second dinner requirements is his journey. And now as I pass the metaphorical leash to my friend, I look forward to my new role napping in the sun and spending time to ponder life's greatest mysteries like, who's a good boy? I'll still have a paw in politics, but to my successor I say this: lead with your heart, your nose, and your loyalty. Always remember, the secret to success isn't just in being the top dog. It's in lifting up the whole pack. Thank you for the honor. I'm proud to leave my paw prints on this town and rich history. And I look forward to cheering on the next chapter from the couch. And like they say, if you can't run with the big dogs, stay off the general store porch. Now go on, have a beer, listen to some amazing musicians. It's what we do best in this town. Love and peace, Wilbur. I just want you all to know, you know, I was never good at public speaking, but I did take a lesson watching the Brady Bunch. I remember an episode where one of the kids had to go do public speaking, and they said, first thing you do is picture your whole audience in their underwear.
There we go. One more round of applause for Tommy Feldhouse. Thank you. And for Wilbur. We miss you, Wilbur. We wish you could be here today. So it is time for the big moment. Let's do it. You ready? All right. I would now like to introduce our amazing state senator, Steve Rawlings. He will be doing the Indoguration. Yes.
Okay, this is going to sound kind of official for my fellow statesmen there. Ladies and gentlemen, dogs and humans, bikers, artists, oh well, all the good folks of Rbbit Has Indoguration. Today we gather not just to celebrate a new mayor, but to honor the heart of what makes this country great. Simplicity, loyalty, and a little bit on the wild side. This right here is the kind of event that reminds us that in America, anything is possible, even a hound running the show. Now, I know we've seen some politicians come and go, some of them more interested in their own pockets than the people that they serve, but Boone is different. Boone's not about power. He's not about headlines or fancy speeches. He's about loyalty, love, and treating his people right, not like any good dog should. Let's talk about this guy for a second. Boone may only be one in human years, but in dog years, he's basically a young 7 years. He's got that pure-hearted, no BS approach to life that we can all get from him. He's got one master, and that's the people of Rbbit Has, the good people of Rbbit Has, right? He knows how to listen. He knows how to serve, and he certainly knows how to wag his tail when it's time to celebrate. Well, that's not happening either, right? No, that's better. Sure, he's got a little quirk. A butt sniffing habit. But most of us have learned to tolerate it. But hey, we all got our flaws, right? If there's one thing the political world has shown us, it's that butt sniffing might be a little bit too common. But Boone, he's just keeping it real. Now let's talk business. This little fella raised a record-breaking $14,162 during his campaign. That's worth acknowledging. And you know what he did with that money? He didn't buy a fancy suit. Well, that is kind of... or throw a lavish party. Nope, he donated every single cent to the Rbbit Has Historical Society. It's not about the money, it's about the people. Boone has done more in his 13 months as a dog than most career politicians do in decades. That is loyalty, folks. Loyalty to his people. From working with the Boone County Water Rescue to keep us safe on the water, to sponsoring projects that protect the general store property, Boone is doing the real work that matters. He even sponsors the shuttle at the Old Timers Day, so no one has to worry about getting home after a good time. That's the kind of mayor you want. Yay. But Boone's not looking to make a career out of this. He promises to serve just one term. That's like unprecedented in the political. Keeping the door open for new blood and fresh paws to keep Rbbit Has moving forward. And don't expect him to let Rbbit Has turn into some concrete jungle. He's all about preserving our little slice of heaven here, keeping it authentic and keeping it real. So today, Boone, the blue tick coonhound, the 6th dog mayor of Rbbit Has, Kentucky, swears to uphold the values that make this town special. Not just loyalty, not just love, but connection. He's going to keep it simple, keep it true, and keep it about the people. That's Boone's campaign promise. Stop down at noon and have a drink with Boone. There's kids here, so it was beer, but they changed it to drinks. Not about politics, it's about being human, or canine. So without further ado, let's swear in our new mayor.
You said. Oh.
Sit in, you keep it there. Okay, I.
He should be able to give you his pop. And then just put the. We practice.
We practice. He's nervous.
I, Boone, the blue tick coon hound, do solemnly swear, or bark depending on my mood, that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of Kentucky, and that I will always be faithful and true to the great people of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, as long as I remain a good boy. I promise to faithfully execute the office of Mayor of Rbbit Hash, doing my very best to serve the people, whether they're humans, dogs, or any other little critters around here. I will work hard to protect the town and make sure everyone has a good time. I also solemnly swear that since the adoption of the current Constitution, I have not fought a duel with deadly weapons. That's something we all have to swear an oath to, all the public servants. Not here in Kentucky nor anywhere else, and I certainly haven't accepted any challenges to fight a duel. Though I've had a few intense stare downs with squirrels, but that's in the history line. And I swear I will never act as a second in carrying a challenge, nor will I assist anyone in a duel. But if you challenge me to a treat eating contest, you better be ready to lose. So help me, dog. God bless Rbbit Hash, God bless our esteemed Mayor Boone, and God bless America.
All right, so that's a wrap then. If you want
Hold on,
some.
Boone has a speech.
Oh, that's right. My bad. I'm so sorry. So
Boone
it
wrote
is
a-
now time for Boone's speech, our new mayor.
Boone wrote a short speech, and I will not picture you guys in your underwear like Tommy did, so don't worry.
I'm just that way.
Thank you everyone for coming. This is a huge honor. My paws are warmed by everyone being here. I am a dog of little words, but always have something to say with my bay. These next 4 years, I plan on working hard to keep the community of Rbbit Hash lively, fun-spirited, and a preserved condition. We have battled progress and have made strides to keep time where it needs to be in the magical, historic spot. Keep up with the properties is not easy. Hopefully, with this year's election funds, it'll help with that burden. I have been meeting with the Historic Society, new president, Callie, to make some plans. And the past president, Dwayne, steps down. We would also like to thank him for all he has done over the years. Dwayne has been a great asset. Thankfully, he will still be around, so we do not need to say goodbye. Also, not forget the community, from the general store to the winery, folk ciders to the metalworks, and all the neighbors of Rbbit Hash that make this such an amazing place. Let's not forget the historic cabin as well. This community really comes together when there's a need, so I'm very proud to be part of this. Thank you. And don't worry, even the election being over, you can still have a drink at noon with Boone. And then Boone brought some cakes and cookies if anybody wants to eat it up. Boone has me on a diet, so I'm not allowed to bring any of it home.
And there's Mayor Boone stickers if you'd like to buy one.
Is the light, is it sure? The two are performing. Yeah. Performing is okay, gotcha. Perfect. I was going to mention that, but that was great.
Thank you guys so much. How can I get a copy?